let's go over questions on Newton's laws of motion. Find the force that acts on a body of mass 5 kg, which reduces its velocity from 7 meters per second to 3 meters per second in 2 seconds. Okay, please pay attention. From the question, we are given that we are asked to find the force. We are looking for the force, and the mass, which is m, the mass has been given as 5 kg. Do you know? And the velocity, we are given two velocity in the question. The velocity which the body is moving with is the initial velocity. Do you understand? And if you look at the question, we are told that the velocity is reduced from 7 meters per second. That means the initial velocity of that body is what? 7 meters per second. So u equals to 7 meters per second. Okay? And the velocity is reduced from 7 meters per second to 3 meters per second. That means the final velocity v is what? 3 meters per second. Are you getting it? You can put it like this. Okay, and the time taken is 2 seconds. Time equals to 2 seconds. Okay, we know that from the second laws of motion, force is the product of mass and acceleration. Are you getting it? But in the question, we are given only mass. We are given other parameters, which are uniform initial velocity, the final velocity, and the time. And from this formula, we need to get the acceleration. So since we know that acceleration is change in velocity, final velocity minus the initial velocity all over the time taken, that will give us acceleration. So from these parameters, I can substitute all this to get the acceleration. Are you getting it? So the initial velocity is 7 meters per second and the final is 3. So I'm going to have 3 minus 7 all over 2, right? Acceleration equals to -4 all over 2. That is what? -2 meters per second squared. Are you getting it? The reason why we have negative here is because the acceleration here is retardation. You understand? Retardation is the kind of acceleration that brings the motion of an object to rest. Are you getting it? So the reason why we have negative sign here is because of the acceleration is negative acceleration. Are you getting it? The acceleration that we're talking about here is negative acceleration. Now, we can calculate the force. Force is equals to mass. The mass is 5 kilograms. So I'm going to have 5 kilograms multiplied by the acceleration, which is -2 meters per second squared. So I'm going to have -2 here. The force now will be -10 Newton. Do you understand? So that is the solution to that question. Now, the minus sign shows that the motion and the force are in opposite direction. Like that is, listen, the motion of the car, is it car now? Okay, the motion of the body and the force that we applied, are you getting it, is in opposite direction. Please listen. Let's say, I want to explain the meaning of that statement. Let's say we have a player here, player A, and we have a ball. Player A kicked the ball to player B. Are you getting it? Do you know when player A kicked this ball, when he kicked this ball, the force that player A used to kick the ball is in direction of the motion. Are you getting it? Because it is that force that makes the ball to go forward. Is that not it? Now, when the ball gets to player B stopped the ball. The force that player B applied is opposite to the direction of the motion of the ball, because you will discover that the motion is coming like this. The motion of the ball is like this. Now player B stopped the ball with another force. This kind of force will be negative. Are you getting it? And it is that kind that we're talking about here. That is why we have negative sign here. The direction of the motion and the force applied are opposite. Do you understand? So kindly take note of that. Now let's look at another question. A Volkswagen car has a mass of 1,200 kilograms and travels at 54 kilometers per hour. A braking force of 6,000 Newton is applied. Find the time taken to stop the car. Okay? That's the second question. Let us start by writing out the parameters that we are given in the question. We are told that a Volkswagen car has a mass of 1,200. So the first parameter here is the mass, which is 1,200 kilograms. Okay? Now, and travels at 54 kilometers per hour. The speed at which the car was traveling is 54 kilometer per hour. So that is velocity, 54 kilometer per hour. Okay. A braking force of 600 Newton is applied. So force is equals to 6,000. Sorry, 6,000 Newton. Okay. Find the time taken to stop the car. Now listen. We are looking for the time. Don't forget that force is equals to mass times acceleration, right? Okay, let me use small letter here. Acceleration. But in the question, we are given velocity. Are you getting it? Now, the first thing I would like to do here now is that I'm going to change this velocity. I'm going to change it to meter per second. Do you understand? Because we are given in kilometer per second. We are given in kilometer per hour. Now, don't forget that 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meter, right? And you know that 60 seconds equals to 1 minute. And 60 minutes equals to 1 hour. Are you getting it? That means 1 hour, 1 hour will be equals to 60 times 60. Are you getting it? So 1 hour is equals to 3,600 seconds. Are you getting it? So let us convert 54 kilometer to meter. 54 kilometer will be equals to 1,000 multiplied by 54. Because now we know that 1 kilometer equals to 1,000 meter. 54 kilometer will be 1,000 meter times 54. Are you getting it? So here I'm going to have 54,000 meter. Do you understand? Okay, let us convert this, per hour. Per hour simply means in 1 hour, the motor or the Volkswagen car will cover 54 kilometers. Are you getting it? So 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So here I'm going to have the velocity as 54,000 all over 3,600 seconds. Okay, so here I'm going to have this. Now the velocity will be equals to 15 meter per second. Are you getting it? Now you've converted the velocity from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Now you remember the formula of force. Force is equals to mass times acceleration. Now force is equals to mass times acceleration. The force has been given as 6,000 Newton. So I'm going to have 6,000 is equals to the mass. The mass is 1,200. So I'm going to have 1,200 multiplied by the acceleration. To get the value of A, which is the acceleration, I'm going to divide both sides by 1,200. This over 1,200. The acceleration equals to 5 meter per second squared. Okay. Now, having gotten the acceleration, we can get the time by combining by using the formula of acceleration. Since we know that acceleration is equals to velocity all over time. Acceleration is 5. So I'm going to have 5 equals to velocity is what? 15. 15 all over time. To get the value of t, I'm going to take the cross product, right? So I'm going to have t equals to 15 all over 5. T equals to 3 seconds. So the time taken to stop the car is 3 seconds. Do you understand? Let me tell you the truth. In physics, what you are looking for, what you are given is what you are going to use to get what you are asked to look for. Do you understand? In the question, we are given the mass, we are given the force, and we are given the velocity in kilometer per hour. Always make sure that you convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Are you getting it? Now, having done that, you go back to the formula of force. Force is the product of mass and acceleration of an object. Are you getting it? Now, the acceleration is not given in the question, but from what I'm given mass as this and the force as this. I can get the acceleration by simple arithmetic. So I got the acceleration at 5 meters per second squared. Having gotten the value of acceleration, I remember that the acceleration of a body is the change in velocity all over time. So the velocity has been converted to meter per second, and that gives me 15. So acceleration, which is 5, equals to the 15 that I got all over the time taken. To get the value of t, you perform the arithmetic by cross multiplying and dividing by 5. So that is what? 3 seconds. Okay, let us look at more work example on Newton's laws of motion. What is the magnitude of the force which acts on a body of mass 10 kg for 5 seconds and causes it to move a distance of 20 meters from rest in this time. Okay, let's start by writing out the parameters that were given in the question. We are asked to find the magnitude of the force. So we are looking for force. Are you getting it? And we are given that the mass of the body is 10 kilograms. So M equals to 10 kilograms. Okay? And the time is what? 5 seconds. Also, we are given that the distance is, let's call the distance S. The distance is 20 meters. Now, listen to me carefully. There is an equation called uniformly accelerated motion. And one of the equations is this. S is equals to ut plus 1 over 2 at squared. Are you getting it? If you want to learn more on equation of uniformly accelerated motion, you can check the link in the description of this video. Are you getting it? You're going to see how they come about this equation. There are about 4 of them. Are you getting it? So now, from this equation, we are going to get the acceleration. Why do we need the acceleration? Since we know that force is the product of mass and acceleration, we cannot calculate the force acting on the object without knowing the acceleration, even though we've been given the mass as 10 kilograms. So from this equation, we are going to get the acceleration. Now, if you look at the question, the body accelerates from rest. Are you getting it? So if the body accelerates from rest, that means the body is not moving at all before. Do you understand? And the body doesn't have any velocity. The velocity of a body at rest is the initial velocity, and that velocity is u, and that u is 0. Do you understand? So u equals to 0. That means the equation becomes S equals to 0 multiplied by t plus 1 over 2 at squared. T has been given as 5 seconds, so I'm going to have, and S is 20. So I'm going to have 20 equals to 0 times t is 0. I'm going to have at squared, a multiplied by 5 squared, all over 2, right? Okay. 20 times 2 is 40. So I'm going to have a multiplied by 25 equals to 40, right? So this over 25 and this over 25. Here, I'm going to have a will be equals to 8 over 5. Are you getting it? So having gotten the value of a as 8 over 5, we can calculate the force. The force is mass times acceleration, right? So mass is 10 kilograms. So I'm going to have 10 kilogram times acceleration, which is 8 all over 5. 5 here 1, 5 here 2. The force will be equals to 2 times 8 is what? 16. So that will be 16 Newton. Are you getting it? Now, listen to me carefully. This force is positive. Do you know why? The reason is simply because the force is applied in the direction of the motion. That is, the motion of the body and the applied force is in the same direction. Okay? So you can differentiate. If you have an answer whose force is negative, you know the reason why it is negative. And if the force is positive, just like this one, you know the reason why it is positive. Do you understand it now? Let us proceed to the equation of motion, also known as equation of uniform. To watch the complete class, kindly click on the link in the description of this video or the comment section, okay? See you in the next class.